Hey everybody, it's been a while. I haven't done any videos for a bit. Sorry while I take a draw on that cigar. Got to keep that lit. Um, as some of you watch some of our other videos know, we have undertaken the idea of raising our own beef here at the Tick Ranch Cattle Company. That's kind of what we started on. So I thought I'd kind of go over and kind of recap because it was kind of in my head today of we're kind of finishing up our third winter. And what exactly that means for us and sort of what sort of milestones we're looking at and sort of where we're at. So I guess the first thing to say is, when we started, we just kind of naively, now bear in mind, I was raised around cow-calf operations. Cattle are not new to me. I was raised around sheep. I was, hogs. So livestock isn't new to me, but for my wife and I, as our own endeavor, it was a new thing. So we decided that we wanted to raise our own beef. Well, that meant we bought a couple of cows. They had calves on them. They were supposed to be bred or could have been bred back, but we weren't sure. So that sort of brought this whole thing to where we decided, well, if we don't know for sure and we want to raise calves, is it worth getting a bull? How, what are we going to do? So that first spring and summer, we bought 2 cows with calves at their side, as well as we bought a bull, and we bought 2 additional heifers. So starting with that little herd of 5, over the last 3 years, we've kind of continued to grow. And then, entering that second year after those first cattle, we found an opportunity to buy an additional 20 acres. So then immediately, it's like, well, we can grow, we can do all this. But then there was a reality that set in of like, this is bigger than just, we're going to raise a little bit of beef for ourselves. And so we kind of had to sit down and we kind of had to, I guess, make sort of a business plan, if you want to call it that. I mean, in all honesty, that's what it was. It was a small business plan, and with that came goals. So some of the goals we set for ourselves was, realistically, we knew we were going to remain in the red for the first until year 4. That's just a reality with having to buy all of the cattle, add additional land, do all of that, what kind of operating costs, the feed and everything else, as well as the fact that we knew we wanted to keep back heifers to grow our herd that way, kind of by selecting the breeds that we wanted. So we set some goals, and what our goal was by year 3 to make that realistic, to say that we could get out of the red by year 4, we needed to grow our herd and reach about 30 head of cattle is what we had hoped for. We have, at this point, reached 30 head of cattle. We still have several calves left to go. Hopefully, once calving season ends this year, we'll be in the mid-30s, actually. So it's exciting for us. We're getting there. We're kind of seeing the numbers and things work out. We've enjoyed our first. We've actually been able to butcher some of the first steers that we've raised this year. We actually had enough that we went ahead and we sold some finished beef out to some people. We've started to kind of see, what this business model is going to look like. The market's there. Things are going well. It's looking like it's realistic, but I thought I'd just kind of stop and show everybody and kind of walk everybody through and show them the cattle. We haven't really showed a video of the cattle in a while, as well as we just the other day weaned all the fall calves. So we've got 5 calves up in the lot weaning right now. So it's an exciting time. It's a big time. I thought I would just kind of take everybody along, kind of show them where we're at with things, and just kind of show you where we're at here at the Tick Ranch Cattle Company right now, as we enter into year 3 with real hope on the horizon for year 4, to where maybe this all adventure begins to sort of show a little bit of at least breaking even, maybe even a profit. But for now, we're just having a good time growing this business and really kind of learning along the way. So we're going to go now and we're going to just have a look at some of the cows and calves and just kind of let you see the herd. So I want to apologize about the wind. It is really windy out here. Look out, Brooke. So that's one of our calves that is a future bull. That's Cash right there. Pretty proud of him. These are the calves that we're weaning right now. They are actually up in the lot and they are weaning at this time. So that means we've separated them from their mothers, and they are no longer getting milk. They're just on grain and hay right now. So we've got them separated away from their moms. It's part of the reason why you're hearing some of the bellowing and bawling that you're hearing. So we'll go over here. I think these are some of the first calves that we weaned over here that are actually in this other lot. Once these other calves right here are weaned completely, they'll get turned into what we call the finishing lot or the steer lot. So these are the calves that were born last spring. So these calves are all about a year old, and they were weaned, well, quite a while back this summer. So they have spent this winter by themselves growing. As you can see, that's a future steer for this summer. He goes here before too long. That's Mork. He goes in the fall. There's little Juice. She is quite the runt. But the rest of them, there's 3 steers and 2 heifers in there, and the 3 steers will be going to be butchered. The biggest steer here facing me, he will be going, that's Archie. He will be going in July. The 2 smaller steers, they'll go in October. Now all the girls have come up to see us. So this right here to the left, this is Loretta. This is one of the original cows we bought. She came with a calf at her side. That other red cow standing right over there, that's Naomi. She was the other original cow that we bought. That's Junebug. She was among the heifers. This is Winona. This is actually Naomi's calf. She's actually had her first calf and is now due for her second here before too long. It's one of our little calves that we got going right now. I do apologize for the wind, but there's the little herd. Like I said, we've grown to 30. It's a big deal for us. Hope you enjoyed the video.